So here's our take on technology, or my take on technology. So my wife switches from a Samsung. I guess the Samsungs are all droids. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's a
Are they all
droid system. Yeah.
Okay.
Samsung is...
From a Samsung to an iPhone for whatever reason. She goes to Verizon. First of all, you have to make a friggin' appointment now, which is fine. She goes in there. Her appointment's at 11. They don't get to her till 11:17. 11:30 comes around and they say, well, we only allot everybody a half hour. She said, you're with me for 13 minutes.
Right.
So that was a bad start.
Okay, I can see that.
So they can't transfer her contacts or her photos. She takes it back to them. They can't transfer it. Then we go to a guy. He can't do it. Then a guy comes over. He can't do it. She's got 800 contacts on her phone. Hand to God. So my wife is pissed. Bailey says, my daughter says, I can do it.
No. Don't tell me.
She takes the phone.
How old is she?
14. She takes the Samsung and the iPhone, and I see her go, it's done, Mommy. All the contacts on the iPhone.
And the guy you brought over
couldn't do it.
These kids, they have a weird...
I was absolutely
that
floored
actually
by it.
surprised me.
I don't even know where she would learn this.
I was going to say, I mean, does she ever leave the house for a couple hours at a time and you don't know?
No, Mark,
I mean,
it's really like, is either my kid is a technological genius, or I don't know. She could do anything on a cell phone.
Maybe kids, because they've grown up now with that technology at a very young age, maybe they just know it better than even the older technicians. Maybe they do.
Oh, I know. Oh, and then
that's all they know.
And then whatever apps have, my wife has same apps for whatever alarm systems and all that kind of crap. So there's another app that my wife wants on her phone. It takes a lot of numbers. It's a camera codes and things like that.
A scanner. QR scanner?
No, but we have cameras around the house.
Oh, okay.
And you have to type in the portal and all that crap, and it's fairly complicated. So I'm like, oh, damn it. And my kid comes over. This is, Daddy, just make a QR code. And I said, well, what is that? She says, so she takes, I'm not bragging about my kid. I think it's all kids. She takes my phone. My phone creates a QR code. She gets my wife's phone, takes a picture of the QR code, and it's set up.
Wow.
And I was just totally, and I don't even know what to compare it to when we were young. I rode a tricycle and
I usually went to my dad and he fixed everything, so we didn't really.
Yeah, but that was
mechanical.
Yeah, this is just
I think they just sit on the iPads and computers and learn, and they look at YouTube on how to do stuff. That's their life now.
I don't know if she does that. I don't know. I don't think her friends are on there. And I've asked her, your friends on your cell phone looking up stuff? She says no.
Did you ask her how she knew how to do it?
She says that she can't answer me.
Maybe she's got an.
I said, Bailey, where did you learn? She says, I didn't. And she just goes in it, and she, it's anyway, whatever. Like, my kid is my kid, and she's great, but she's not Stephen Hawking. Maybe she is.
Yeah, you're gonna say maybe she'll. Oh.
But you're very good technical wise.
Oh yeah. I learned how to do an email yesterday.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I forgot my cell phone tonight.
Well, you did.
Now, I felt a little afraid.
Yeah, a little fearful.
When I got in the car. And now I feel actually free. I feel like I don't have to. I feel like.
But do you feel free because you think you have your phone and it's just not ringing?
No.
See,
I don't have it.
Sometimes I go to the cigar lounge and I forget my phone, and I would go, I don't want to go back. I mean, I don't get any important calls.
You come over, you go, call my phone.
Yeah. But I think about what am I missing? What am I missing? And what I found is when you leave your phone for hours and you come home and you're expecting all these texts and think you get nothing. But yet, if you have your phone with you, then you use it.
Yeah, but
So you don't need it, is what I'm saying.
I mean, I forget my phone everywhere I go, and I don't know if it's a subliminal thing, or I'm getting old.
Does your wife have your phone number?
Yes.
And that's maybe why you forget your phone.
Is that why I feel free?
Wow. Well, I tried to make a joke.
No,
but nobody thought
I
it was
didn't
funny.
get it.
Yeah.
Are you attached to it?
Yeah, I need it, but I don't. I usually don't forget it. But my phone's not terribly important to me. I have a very old phone, and it's not anything that I totally rely on. I just feel like if my kids, I need to reach my kids, or they need to call me, or anything, I want to have it on me.
Yeah. And it always begs the question: what did we do before cell phones?
You're right.
How did we? And I can remember how what would you do before
Answering
machines?
You're right.
You know what we
Answering
did?
machine. People just called and missed
I was
you
in
and
high
got
school.
you.
No answering machines, no cell phones. We would, Friday night, or Friday during school, we'd go, hey, we're going to meet at the Corbin Bowl at like 8 o'clock. And then we went home, and everybody just
Showed
assumed,
up.
and they just showed up. And if a guy didn't show up or he was late, somebody would say, drive by and say, oh, we're over at Sheila's house. She's having a party. And then we get in our cars and go there.
So there was there less spontaneity?
No, I think we had just as much spontaneity, just as much fun. We went to the same places. We're all meeting at Copper Penny. We just didn't have to do it through phone. We would see each other and say, I'll see you at Copper Penny.
See, but you don't like to plan anything. I don't like to plan anything. George is a planner.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But you had to plan.
Well, you don't plan. You just say, we're going to be
Next
here.
Saturday, we're going to do this.
Oh, no, you do it like hours before, like
No.
in third
No,
period
but like if you-
in high school. We're going to meet at the movie theater tonight at Friday.
I'm not really a planner, but if you guys don't plan, and somebody has to say we need to do a podcast or what
Nothing
day
gets
we're
done.
Well, we did call. I mean, when we were home on Saturday, my friend would call the house, and we'd pick up the landline, and he'd go, "Hey, we're going to go somewhere. I'll pick you up." So we did have the phone communication, but you're right. Once we were out,
That was it. You're out.
we could go to payphones. I think.
Yeah, but if
I've
somebody
done-
had to get a hold of you, they had to know where you were.
yeah,
And they had to call that restaurant or that bar. And it was a fairly arduous
or drive by,
or drive by.
or come by.
I mean, how
We had a schedule of what bar on what night where I grew up. It's like Monday,
it's planning,
everybody goes
yeah.
here. No, I mean that's the way the town worked. It was like the town
Oh,
had like, this is the Tuesday bar, here's a Wednesday bar. So you just showed up whenever you showed up. But when I call my parents, I get a busy signal if they're on the phone. There's no
yeah.
on their cell phones?
call. No, on
their
when I call our
landline.
house. But my
Busy
dad,
signal.
Yeah, it's
They don't
funny.
have call waiting?
Yeah, they don't have it. They don't want it. They don't have it.
God
but-
bless
They
him.
don't
Yeah,
have it.
but
God bless
my
him.
father will. If the phone's busy, my dad's watching TV. He'll see the number come up, so he'll just call me back, which is fine. He didn't want to call waiting.
But that's that. My aunt who just passed away, and her husband, my uncle, is still alive, did not have a cordless phone
Wow,
until like 7 years ago.
wow.
They had a landline. That was it. No call waiting.
A corded landline.
A corded landline. And my brother sent them a cordless phone, and it was like the wheel. They couldn't believe people that this is in existence. And I just, I guess old folks, which I am now.
Well, you still have a landline.
I still
So
have a.
do I,
Well, I have
so
a.
do you.
But why do you have a landline?
A couple of reasons. One is, if you're doing a conference call or so, they work better. But I just feel naked without a landline, just having a cell phone.
You feel
Battery
like Bob
goes down.
Evans when you're on a landline. Right? Hold on a second. Hold on
Well,
a
they-
second.
I don't have good reception.
I don't have good reception in my house.
No,
either.
I
That's
have
why
good
I'm-
reception. I use it in the office, so you still need another line. I can't get rid of my landline and just have a cell phone.
Yeah, no, I like a landline.
And they're better quality, and batteries don't go down. How many times has your phone died from battery? And if you didn't
I
have
don't
a
think my phone's
landline-
ever died.
Mine dies
mine
twice a day
Really?
because it's old and the battery's old and it runs out.
You know what I use my landline for? 90% of the time? Calling to see where my cell phone is. I cannot find my cell phone. I go to my... You were here once.
That's actually a funny bit.
I call my landline and I hear my cell phone ring, and that's literally 90% of what I use my landline for.
I remember, here's how, when I was young, I was 13, and I had a girlfriend. Her name was Mary Ellen Imbriali. She's a cute little blonde girl, Irish-Italian girl. And I don't know if you remember this. So if I called you and I didn't hang up the phone, your phone might have been dead until I hung up the phone.
Really?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had it when we did.
So I called her after school, and she answered. We talked for a few minutes, and I heard the Mr. Softee truck. And I said, hold on, I want to go get some ice cream. I ran downstairs, and I forgot that I was on the phone with her.
Wow.
And that night, I went to her house, knocked on the door. I opened the door, and she punched me right in the face.
Wow.
I said, what the heck? She says, your phone has been off the hook for 6 hours or whatever. I went, oh my God. And I had to run home and hang up the phone.
They couldn't use the phone.
And my parents didn't get any phone calls either.
That's funny. But I do.
True story.
Hang up.
True story. Anyway, technology, it's a bitch.
See up my nose with the